Kamala Khan made her heroic debut in Marvel Studios' Ms. Marvel. So to talk about designing this instantly iconic character, I'm speaking with members of the Marvel Studios visual development team, Jackson Z, Yana Shermer, and Mush Grisby. Hey everybody! So let's do this. Okay, I want to start by going all the way back to maybe when you were thinking about the initial designs and the concepts for Kamala. What were some of her key characteristics that you were drawing from for these designs?
Kamala is just a regular teenager. She's Pakistani-American who lives in Jersey City.
I feel like her personality is very playful. The quirky, silly things she does, or like the way she is daydreaming.
She grew up in the MCU, so she is as big of a fan of our heroes as we are.
One of the many things I loved and we gotta talk about right now is Kamala's Captain Marvel cosplay she created for AvengerCon, because it's so cool. But Jackson, Mush, you two designed some incredible sleek superhero costumes, the real deal. How was it designing something that had to look homemade?
We were looking at Carol Danvers' Captain Marvel. Because Kamala is a fan, we wanted to make sure that it authentically feels like a cosplayer made this suit. We took a lot of inspiration from our own Marvel fan community.
Yeah, I was mainly looking at the DIY tutorials and how these people are using all this homemade items and materials you can find at home. Like maybe if she's putting this look together, is she going to 3D print her shoulder pads, or maybe her arm guards, or maybe her knee pads, or is she using biker knee pads or something? We did a lot of variations on her helmet, which is one was basically just her wearing a cloth, almost like a sock on her head. We did several versions where the helmet has the lights on it. There were also some versions where she actually is not wearing the helmet at all.
Ultimately, the challenge that we were tackling mostly is what is believable for a teenager to be able to make with her friends. We wanted to cue the audience to the materials that the suit is made out of, so you could see that her helmet is made of a cardboard that's not exactly very smooth.
One of the things that's so cool about the series, and I think everybody agrees with me, is we really get to see Kamala in her everyday life. And Mush, you really got to work on a lot of these designs for Kamala. Where did you find inspiration?
I guess it all depends on what the subject matter is. I worked on this one piece where she's taking the driving test, which was really funny because I took my driving test just the week before. So it was a very relatable experience. I was oh yeah, I know exactly what to do, having a teacher that's don't drive here, or don't do this. That was really fun.
Yeah, another one of my favorite pieces that you worked on is Kamala at the family wedding. It just made it look so much fun.
So Pakistani weddings are very extravagant, and they can go on for days, and there's a lot of tradition going on. There's a lot of rose petal showers, and I tried to put that feeling in there so you kind of feel that warmth from the piece.
All right, so of course later in the show, we see Kamala in her own proper superhero costume. Please give me the details on how this look came to life.
So for Kamala being Pakistani American, we wanted to base her superhero look on a kurta, because in the comic it's already based on a traditional Pakistani garment. So her outfit is gonna reflect her heritage, but also her nerdiness in being a fan of Captain Marvel. So you see the same colors and similar style elements. We were mostly referencing the comics where she first got her superhero costume. We made different variations. For instance, should she have a scarf or not? Should she have a mask or not?
So the lightning bolt, we actually got a direction on it that it could be this alphabet Kaf, which is from Urdu. Kamala is K, but in Urdu it starts with the letter alphabet Kaf. And so it kind of if you write it in a slanted way, it looks like a lightning bolt.
We played with a lot of different proportions for that, and also meaning. I realized that the symbol on the front could be designed as a graphic representation of her scarf twisting in the wind, and I thought that would add some meaning to the symbol in front of her costume.
All right, let's get into Kamala's powers, because the way that the team has visually imagined Kamala's powers is so super cool. Please walk us through that design process.
Kamala's powers are channeled through her bracelet, and it is light that she can manipulate. We mostly thought about how she could use this power to traverse through the city, and also mostly as a defensive tool. And definitely we wanted to make sure that we could channel this light to form the iconic Embiggen fist We definitely thought about inspirations from video game platformers, how a character would jump from one platform to another, how they would traverse spaces, even different distinct shapes that might recall video games.
We started looking at different elements from mosque, like architectural stuff, which were more like geometrical. Initially, I did a lot of like these floral patterning, but what they were liking was the facets. And so they asked me to do like a more simpler pass encompassing like what her powers are in the comic and then adding those facets and light to it.
Let's talk about Kamala's bangles, because they're really intricately designed. How did you develop their look?
Our goal with the bangles is to design something that looks aged, authentic, and looks appropriate for an heirloom that can be passed down in Kamala's family. And knowing that Kamala's powers would be light and that the light will filter through the bangle, we thought that the intricate design and the patterning on the bangle could lend to a very beautiful and maybe even mysterious look.
So looking back, what was the most rewarding part of bringing this beloved fan favorite character to screen?
A lot of people grew up with the previous generation of superheroes, so to be able to work on a new generation has been challenging but really exciting.
I'm super thankful for this opportunity to be able to do this while being a Pakistani Muslim, working on a Pakistani Muslim hero. It makes me like super excited that I got to be a part of it.
I'm really proud of the way our team has brought Kamala Khan from the pages onto the screen, retaining, I think, a lot of her iconic look while making it make sense in the MCU as well.
Well, speaking as a fan, it was amazing to see Kamala come to life on screen. Thank you all so much for talking with me. And for everyone out there, if you want to relive your favorite Kamala Khan moments, go watch Marvel Studios' Ms. Marvel. All episodes now streaming only on Disney+.